Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a dad blog. Basically what we are going to do today is we are going to talk about what a dad blog is with a few examples. I'm going to show you and tell you why you need to pick a niche and how to niche down within that niche. The next thing we're going to cover is what is web hosting and why you need it for your blog or website. Also, if you click that first link in the description and you get started with the web hosting provider that I recommend, you will get a free domain name for free. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We are going to install a WordPress theme. We are going to make some very important critical changes to your website so people can actually see it. After that, I'm going to show you and tell you how to start writing so that you can write much faster. In addition, I'm going to show you how to make money with your blog or website. After that, I'm going to show you and tell you why you need to share your content on social media and about how many blog posts you need to write before you decide if your website is a success or failure. Now, check out the first 3 links in the description as I will be referring to these links throughout this video. So first things first, what is a dad blog? A dad blog is really just a parenting blog from a dad or male's perspective. Now, people are coming to the internet all over 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they're asking questions about parenting or about being a dad or, holidays. And as a dad blogger or a blogger focusing on the dad's aspect, you are simply going to create content to answer those questions. That's what you're going to do, and that's really the goal of a blogger. Let's take a look at a website here. It's called fatherly.com, and this is one of the leading or premier dad blogs. As you can see, they have created content about parenting, playing, health and science gear, love and money, and so on. If we scroll down here, they have all sorts of content about being a dad or, the dad's role in parenting. Parenting, as you can see, trying and expecting, baby, toddler, preschool. Now, this is a large website, and I don't want you to try and replicate this website. What you should do instead is pick a niche and focus on that niche. For example, focus on parenting and then focus on one of these sub-niches. These are different sub-niches within the parenting space. You could find success creating content where you're talking about, babies or toddlers or preschool. That's what I mean by niching down. If you try and create content, if you try and replicate this website because it's so large, it has such a powerful, large domain authority, you are going to struggle. But what you should do is focus on one aspect, and I'm going to help you out with that right now. So what I've done is I've gone into our keyword research tool. This is called Ahrefs. You don't need it. I'm going to use it to show you how and why you should niche down. If we look at the organic keywords, you can see they rank for 1.6 million keywords. As a new website, your goal is to rank for 1. And what you can see here is these are all the different keywords that they have on their website that they rank for. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the keyword difficulty to 5 so that it's easier for a new blog or website to get up and running. Here we go. So if we look at this, here's some of the things that they're ranking for, and you could potentially start ranking for as well. We have everything from the male version of Karen, men with hairy backsides, shower beer, very hairy men. So these are all different things that you could potentially rank for. My wife hates me. If we scroll down, these are all different things that you could create content on and start ranking from the male or father's perspective. And that's what your goal will be as a owner of a male blog. So if we jump back over to our slide deck, we've given an example of what a dad blog is. We've niched down and that we've targeted maybe doing toddlers and instead of just parenting. The next step is to go ahead and get web hosting. Now, in order for your website to be seen on the internet, you need a hosting provider to host your website. So what you're going to do is you're going to click that first link in the description and you are going to work with a web hosting provider. What they do is they collect and store your internet files on their hard drive called a server so that it can be hosted properly. When you click that first link, you'll actually get a free domain name for the first year. A domain name is simply a name that humans refer to your website by. For example, fatherly.com is the domain name, and you can get one of those for free for the first year. So go ahead and click that first link. Go ahead and click that first link. I'm actually going to walk you through the step of setting up your web hosting and domain name right now, step by step, and it only takes about 6 minutes. So let's go ahead and do that together right now. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. and then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed a WordPress theme, you've actually installed a free theme. I'm going to show you how to install a premium theme and why that's important. And we've made some changes to your website so people can actually find it. Now, right now you have a free WordPress theme. That free WordPress theme is okay, but it lacks features and functionality. It looks bland, it looks boring, it is not encouraging or inviting for potential readers. If we look at fatherhood.com, this is a premium WordPress theme. As you can see, it has tons of integrations. This image, for example, that's an integration. That's a premium integration. If you look, the way that this is structured is a premium setup, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So what we're going to do is you're going to click that second link in the description, and you are going to go to this website and you can find premium WordPress themes. Now, what you can do is you can type in really anything. You can type in parenting in WordPress and find a theme that way. You could type in dad and see if there are more masculine feeling WordPress themes, and then you could download those. So what we're going to do is once you search and you find a WordPress theme that you like, you are going to add it to the cart, and then you are going to check out and pay for it. Once you check out and pay for it, you are going to download it to your computer. You are going to unzip that file. After you unzip that file, there's going to be a second file that you need. We're going to take that second zip file and we are going to install it right into our WordPress website. And to do that, we're going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. And when we click on Themes, we are going to click on Add New, and then we are going to click on Upload Theme. When we click on Upload Theme, you can drag and drop that theme right here, or you can click on Choose File and find it manually. Regardless of the choice, the fork in the road that you take, you are going to click on Install Now and then Activate, and then you're going to have a brand new updated WordPress theme that looks much better than what came with it. So if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to talk about writing. How to write, what to write, and why. So I get two questions when it comes to creating content or starting a new blog or website. How do I start writing? And how long should my blog post be? And I'm going to go ahead and take care of those two right now. To start writing, we're going to go back over to our WordPress website. We're going to click on Posts, and we are going to click on Add New. And then what we are going to do is we are going to take a keyword that we found maybe in this step right here, male version of a Karen. We're going to copy this, and we are going to paste it as the title. Now, the reason why we're pasting it as the title is we are trying to optimize for search so that our blog and website can get discovered organically. This is called search engine optimization. And what we're going to do is we have put our keyword at the front, and then we might want to put a clickbaity title after our keyword so that we can get our customers to click. So male version of a Karen, are you a Karen? And you just don't know. Or 10 ways to learn if you are a male version of Karen, or are you a Ken and you don't know, something along those lines. So now that we have that, we need to figure out how to write and how long our blog post should be. To figure out how long our blog post should be, I like to go check out and see what other bloggers are doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our keyword here, we're going to paste it in, and we're just going to look through. As you can see, fatherly here is the top result for what is the male version of a Karen. We're going to click on that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things. One, we're going to take a look and see how long this blog post is. And two, we're going to skim this blog post to see if they missed anything, because that's going to help us write faster and longer, and it's going to help us rank over in Google. So if I had to eyeball this, this is probably about 2,500 words. If we take a look, okay, so it's only about 1,900 words. Now your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. It should be long enough to answer the question and solve your customer's problem, but not so long that you are just writing fluff and filler. You don't get bonus points for filler. So what we're going to do, and I didn't mean to click on that, let's get out of there. We'll close this like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back over to our blog post, and this is how we start writing. I like to do a simple brainstorming exercise where who, what, when, where, why, and how. And what we're going to do is we are simply going to ask ourselves questions with regard to our keyword. So our keyword here is male version of a Karen. We could ask ourselves, who is a male version of a Karen? Where do male Karens hang out? How to determine if you're a male Karen. How to determine if you are a male Karen. Now, when you are doing this brainstorming session, it is important that you do not worry about spelling. What's more important is that you get all of your ideas on paper or on computer at this point, and you're going to come back and clean up the spelling later. And again, so what we're going to do is we're going to take 10 or 15 minutes, and we're just going to ask ourselves a bunch of questions with regard to our keyword. So if we said, why do male Karens exist? And what we're going to do is once we get through our brainstorming session, we are going to keep the ones that we like and delete the ones that aren't relevant to our blog post. And once we do that, once we keep the ones we like, clean up the spelling obviously, and what we're going to do is we're going to change these to H2s. These are subheadings. This is an H1 here. You only want one H1 per article, but this is an H2 and you can have as many as you want. And what you're simply going to do is you are just going to come back and you are going to answer the questions. Now, this dad joke has been has been killing me, and I've got to say it. Who is a male Karen? Let's see. A male Karen is a female version of a hustler. Okay, so apparently I've had this in my mind, H-U-S-T, hustler, for a while. If you get the reference, comment down below. Anyway, if we keep going here, you are simply going to go through, answer the question, and make sure that the goal of your blog post is to solve the customer's problem, the reader's problem. Once you're done, you're going to go ahead and click publish, and that blog post is going to be available for the world to read and react to. If we go back over to our slide deck, we've started writing. Really what we need to do next is figure out different ways to make money. Now, there are a number of ways to make money with your blog or website. The first and probably the easiest one is simply to place ads right on your website. If you look on this website right here, we're back on fatherly.com. This giant piece right here is an ad. They're working with an ad company or an ad network. If we scroll down here, this is another ad. The bottom right here, bottom right-hand corner, these are all ads. Now, what will happen is if someone clicks on this link here, on this image, or watches the video for X amount of time, the website can get paid from the ad network. When you first get started, you can work with an ad network called Google Adsense. The great thing is Google Adsense will actually get you set up really easy. You just click on Get Started, go through the process, and they'll automatically add ads to your website. The downside to Google Adsense is that they pay pennies on the dollar. You're not going to make a bunch of money in the very beginning with ads. What you can do, however, is once you start getting significant traffic, 50,000 page views, 10,000 page views per month, you can work with other ad agencies like Ezoic, AdThrive, Mediavine.net, or Media.net, I should say. There are a number of ad networks out there that you could work with to start making money. Another thing that you can do is actually something called affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, that is simply recommending or selling other people's products or services. And the way that it works is you find an affiliate network that is congruent with the blog post in your audience. You work with that company, you get affiliate links from that company, and you can place them right in your blog. And when people click on those links and buy the product, you get paid a commission. For example, if we scrolled up here, maybe how one elementary school teacher infected 26 people with that word, you could potentially find an affiliate program like tutoring or homeschooling or something like that, and then you could add a link in your blog post. But you want to make sure that you are finding affiliate programs that are congruent or in line with your target audience. I guess another thing you could do is find different like shavers and razors and things like that. But you want to make sure that you are finding things that are congruent. Maybe under Love and Money, you could be an affiliate for eHarmony or one of those dating apps just like that. So that's just two ways to make money. Another way that you can make money is you could sell your own digital or physical products. Maybe you have an ebook that you can sell that is helping fathers become better fathers and husbands and all of that good stuff. You can sell it right from your website. That's outside the scope of this video, but that is an option as well. Another way that you can make money is simply by collecting emails. Now, you might be asking, how can an email help me make money? The way that it helps you make money is simply you collect people's emails, and then once you upload a new blog post or you have a new product to sell, you send your email list an email letting them know that you have a new blog post. And when you put ads on that new blog post, people come back, they see those ads, and they see the affiliate products that you're recommending, and you could potentially make even more money. There are a number of ways to make money online with your blog post. I think I just covered maybe 5. But if we jump back over to the slide deck here, the next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and share your content on social media. The reason why I think it's important to share your content on social media in the very beginning is you don't have any domain authority. Google doesn't trust your content. Google is trying to compare your website to the websites that are already out on the market to see if you're adding value. Now, what you can do to help speed this process up is go out and share your content on relevant social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Anywhere where your client base is hanging out is where you should share your content, obviously with permission. You can find relevant subreddits and start a Facebook group. There's a lot of opportunity out there. And it's really going to help you get up and running. It can help you make a little bit of money early too, because people can see those ads and click on your affiliate links and potentially buy. Now, the final question that I get the most is about how many blog posts should I start? And I personally prefer to write 50 blog posts on a website before I determine if it's worth keeping going. The reason why I like 50 is because it shows Google and some of the other websites out there that you have an expertise in whatever it is that you're talking about. You are building domain authority, and you're going to have 50 blog posts about 50 different keywords essentially, and that can help you find ranking and find success. Some people will quit after 10, even more people will quit after 20, but it's, in my opinion, to show that you have expertise in domain authority, you want to get to 50. 50 is a good, strong number. Now, be sure to check out the 3 links in the description that I referenced throughout this video. The first link will help you get web hosting. The second link will help you get a premium WordPress theme. And the third one will actually teach you affiliate marketing for free step by step. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.